Hello, everybody. Happy Halloween. My name is Christina, aka the Cherokee Gypsy, and I'd like to welcome everybody back to my channel. So, it's Halloween, and I didn't do anything for Halloween. I ate dinner, took a nap, laid down. Today I went to the dentist to try to get that tooth pulled again in the back. I have really bad teeth, and I hope to get a smile makeover one day. I'm hoping that I can get rich or something, which that's highly undoubtable. That probably won't never happen, but I'm going to get a brand new makeover with my teeth one day if I can ever afford it. But yeah, today I went to try to go get the same one. I had a horrible experience last time because I have an abscess back here, and the infection was too bad, and they were trying to remove it with all the infection, so the dentist wanted to put me on antibiotics, the new dentist today, and then go back in 7 days, and he's going to remove it again. So I left work early today because of that. Today is October 31st, 2017, and it is Halloween. Every day is Halloween for me, unfortunately. I've got my Michael Myers trilogy on AMC Fairfest. If you're unfamiliar with cable, just to kind of get my Halloween, since I'm an adult and I'm a hermit and I don't get out and do things. I didn't see many trick-or-treaters tonight when I went outside neither, so it was kind of weird. It's like, you know, it's like it's not safe anymore to go out and trick-or-treat in the neighborhood, and that's really sad. I remember trick-or-treating. It was the funnest part of my entire year as a child. I loved dressing up. I was the Pink Power Ranger. I was Pocahontas many, many, many times because I'm like a walking, talking Pocahontas, you know. Sorry about the towel in my hair. I wanted to go ahead and do this video before it gets too late. Some of you are in a different part of the country, so it might be morning time for y'all. But here in Tennessee, in the United States, it's like 10:30, 11, or 11 something at night. And I got to blow dry and straighten my hair. Y'all know that it takes me 5 years to do that, and I only wash my hair once a week. So I have a ritual that I do. But since it's Halloween, I wanted to do a little special video. This actually has nothing to do with makeup. I wanted to do something Halloween themed and maybe let y'all know a little bit more about me. Amy, hey babe, she inspired me to do this video. She did a top 10 favorite horror movies. I was laughing. Her personality is great. It was hilarious watching it. And I really enjoyed listening and watching her favorite horror movies, you know, compared to mine. So this video is actually going to be my top 15 favorite horror movies. Now, for the ones who don't know me really well or don't know me in person, because I am very vocal about this, every day is Halloween for me. I am a horror junkie. I absolutely love anything horror. I told y'all I'm a morbid person. Darkness is my friend. I feel better in the darkness than I do the light. But I'm a great person. Just because you prefer the darkness over the light doesn't mean that you're not a good person. I wanted to put my little choker on, and I actually have a liquid lipstick on. I know, Kat, rented fashion. Hey, boo. It's very rare that you see me wearing a liquid lipstick because I prefer lip glosses and lipsticks because it gets patchy. But the color I have on my lips is the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Aisha. And it is like this witchy purple. It's a beautiful color. It like doesn't stay. As soon as you eat or drink something, it's completely like patchy and just gross. And that's my main reason why I'm not a fan of liquid lipstick like a lot. So since it's Halloween tonight and it is spooky and it's the night of where all the dead come to life, I love it. I love, love, love it. So I figured since I'm a hermit and I didn't do anything, that I would do something special for y'all. I hope y'all enjoy this video. I am excited to actually be doing this with you because it gives y'all a little glimpse into what I like, what I prefer. Out of all movies, if I watch movies, it's horror movies. Michael Myers is actually my favorite serial killer. My next tattoo, I want to get Smokey's portrait on me. I'm going to get him on my sleeve. Because y'all know with my tattoos and whatnot, I want to get a sleeve and I want to get Smokey's portrait, which I have the beauty right here, but I want Smokey's portrait right here below the beauty. And then on my shin, I want to get Michael Myers' mask, his portrait. My whole left leg, I'm going to do horror themed. And to get all my favorite serial killers on there. Real fiction and non-fiction. Like I love Charles Manson. I know y'all are thinking, what the fuck? I don't mean I love Charles Manson. I just mean he is fascinating. If you've never read the book Helter Skelter, it's amazing. It's one of my all-time favorite books. If y'all want to see me do a My Favorite Books video, let me know. So where are we at? 6 minutes? Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Also, another good book, if you like Marilyn Manson, his biography, My Long Road Out of Hell. I used to hate Marilyn Manson when I was younger, but once I read that biography and understood the reason why he is the way he is, I love Marilyn Manson. So I actually took the time to make a list. Yes. I have my beautiful, what is this thing called again? Y'all told me what it was called. I always forget. Like, I would forget. It's not mush, but I don't know. It was something, it's an awesome word, and I thought it was just a cover over, but apparently it's not. So I hope y'all enjoy like this up close, video of me too. So it's kind of like we're just sitting here as friends talking. So let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be my top favorite horror movies of my top 15 favorite horror movies. I'm going to go through them quick because we're at 7 minutes, but I'm going to talk about each one a little bit. And in the comments, I would like y'all to tell me if y'all like any of these horror movies, or if you want to actually do your top 10 favorite horror movies if you love horror movies. A lot of people get scared, and I get that. So if you do not like horror movies, then this video is probably not for you. If you love horror movies like me and you're kind of a morbid and like dark twisted things like me, then you'll love this video. So let's go ahead and get started. So number one is Halloween, of course, the Michael Myers trilogy. All Michael Myers movies. Actually, if you look in the background, I have got Halloween 5, The Return of Michael Myers, playing in the background. I love it. I love this, and to have that playing on Halloween while I'm telling y'all this list is just perfect timing. I also love the Halloween that Rob Zombie created. Rob Zombie, if you don't know who he is, he's a musician and he's a movie director. And he actually recreated the original Halloween, and this is it right here. This is a Rob Zombie film, Halloween unrated director's cut. This right here, y'all, probably the best remake of a horror movie or of a horror classic that I've ever seen. A lot of people didn't like it, but I love Rob Zombie and I get his way of thinking. So this is definitely one of my top favorite horror movies of all times. I love the original Michael Myers. Always. All his movies, besides the one, the Happy Halloween with the mask, where the children, it's like Halloween 3, I think, and people put these masks on their face and the mask eats their face or something. That's not Michael Myers, so I never understood that particular movie part of the trilogy. But yes, if you've never seen Rob Zombie's version of Halloween, you are missing out. It's got Sherry Moon Zombie, which is Rob Zombie's wife. I definitely recommend it. Whoops. Alright, number 2. I don't have this movie, unfortunately, to show y'all, but my second favorite is House of a Thousand Corpses, which is also by Rob Zombie. If you've never seen it, and you enjoy horror, but like dark, twisted horror, you would definitely love House of a Thousand Corpses. Rob Zombie movies, all of his movies I love. He recently just come out with a movie called 31, but we'll get back to that later. So yeah, number 2 is definitely House of a Thousand Corpses. It is very twisted, dark, and I love it so much. Rob Zombie, the way I get him, you know, I get his mind, and the music that he plays in his particular movies are just incredible. I love him as a musician, an artist, a director, everything. Alright, number 3. Another one by Rob Zombie, which this is probably my favorite Rob Zombie movie of all time. And that, my friends, is The Devil's Rejects. Okay? If you look close, I've had this DVD for a while. I've actually wrote quotes from the movie all over the front of this. Like we have, I named them. So there's Sherry Moon Zombie. She goes by Baby. Captain Spaulding. This is Otis. The Devil's Rejects, written and directed by Rob Zombie. If you've never seen The Devil's Rejects and you don't like dark, twisted horror, gore, you won't like this. But I love it. I know this movie, every single word. You don't want to watch this movie with me because I know every single word by heart. I've written all these clowns, aren't we fucking funny, you know, and next thing you say better be a brilliant Mark fucking Twain shit, because I'm definitely getting this chiseled on your tombstone. That would be a quote from Otis. Tutti fucking fruity. That would be Captain Spaulding and Baby. Well, getcha. And that is Mother Firefly, which is part of, and if you didn't know, Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses actually go together. House of a Thousand Corpses come out before Devil's Rejects, but the Devil's Rejects is the second part to House of a Thousand Corpses. So, this right here, know the whole movie. I might as well have written the script with Rob Zombie. Okay. So we did number 1, House of a Thousand Corpses. 3, The Devil's Rejects. Okay, 4. Unfortunately, I do not have this on DVD, but it is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. And I think I stated this in my last video. The 1980-something version of The Evil Dead. Yeah. If you've never seen the original Evil Dead and you don't like demons and possession and whatnot, it'll trigger you. Most definitely you will get triggered by that movie. Now, they did do a remake to The Evil Dead. They did do a remake. Sorry, y'all. I dropped my pen. They did do a remake, and actually, it was actually pretty good. But I prefer the original Evil Dead just because of the graphics, how vintage, you know, the demons look, all the costume, makeup. I mean, they did an incredible job on what the demons. I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all the whole movie or nothing, but let's just say that a bunch of people go out, well, some friends go out to a cabin, try to stay. They find a necrophilia, which is the Book of the Dead. I have trouble actually pronouncing that. Necrophilia is having an obsession with dead people and sexual advances with dead people. That's not what I'm trying to say. Necrophilia, it's necromanus something, which is the Book of the Dead. I can never explain it right. And there actually is a Book of the Dead that the Egyptians wrote. And they find it and they unleash a whole can of worms that you do not want to open in this cabin out in the middle of nowhere. It's freaking scary as hell, and I love it. Next, you need to watch the original Evil Dead. I'm telling you, if you love horror movies and you love demons and people messing around with stuff they shouldn't be messing around with, you'll love Evil Dead. The new Evil Dead's good too. Like I said, I was actually pretty impressed. Sorry about this tag y'all see. I can't believe I still haven't taken the tag off of this. It's been hanging up because I haven't been nowhere. So I marked off that. Next, one of my all-time favorite horror movies. Oh my gosh. I shared on my Instagram. If you follow me on my Instagram, _Cherokee_ where we at 15 minutes Gypsy. I share pictures and scenes from this movie constantly. I will be getting this trio, these two killers, tattooed on my horror leg when I start doing that. If y'all want to see like tattoo diaries, let me know in the comments, because when I get my next tat, I would love for y'all to like see a video of me getting it done. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. But number 5 is Bride of Chucky. Okay, I love all Child's Play movies. Chucky is a evil little shit. Okay, I love it. It's so funny, but so morbid and scary. Like, Chucky is not scary. It's more entertaining, and like, he's a killer doll. I love it. But Jennifer Tilly, I love Jennifer Tilly. Okay, she's the voice of Tiffany in the movie, and she's actually in Curse of Chucky. What is it? It's Bride of Chucky, and then where they have Glinda. You know, Chucky and Tiffany have that kid, and then they have the Curse of Chucky. Well, Jennifer Tilly is in all 3 of them. She is just part of the Chucky ever since Bride of Chucky. When Tiffany turns into a doll, when she dies, when Chucky kills her and she turns into a doll, call me, call me, anytime, call me. And she's like, Barbie, eat your heart out. I'm like, bitch, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love the Tiffany doll. Alright, next, I love Bride of Chucky, and I can almost say that whole movie in unison too. I will be getting Chucky and Tiffany tattooed on my leg. I love them that much. The ones that I'm getting tattooed on my leg, I'm going to let you know as I go down the list. Number 6, I do not have it on DVD, but The Hills Have Eyes. Okay, this is one of mine and Michael's favorite horror movies together that we love together. The Hills Have Eyes is a messed up movie, y'all. Messed up. If you've never seen The Hills Have Eyes, you need to. Okay, so it's pretty much about these people who live out in these hills in the desert that have gotten radio, like the government was doing the radioactivity bombing or whatever. I forget what it's called, but they get all deformed and stuff, and these people live out in these hills out in the desert, and people take the wrong road, and they go out there, and they kill them off one by one. It's freaking wild. I mean, there is some very, very dark scenes in that movie, and that's what makes me love it. I've actually posted a picture on my Insta of, like, a poster of The Hills Have Eyes. I freaking love that movie. The guy like this, oh my god, there's some twisted scenes in that movie, y'all. Love The Hills Have Eyes. Michael does too. Okay, next, let me tell y'all, this will always be one of my favorites. Where we at? 18 minutes? Cabin Fever. Okay, if you've never seen Cabin Fever, I'm telling you right now, this movie, it's more twisted than it is scary. These friends go out to a cabin, and this guy has a disease, a flesh-eating disease. He dies, right? And he infects the water, and everybody doesn't realize what's going on until they're all contaminated with this flesh-eating disease, and they all start dying one by one, and their flesh like gets eaten up. Like, Cabin Fever, always one of my favorites. Always. I love Cabin Fever. I've actually got the little sleeve that it slides in up on my little thing, you know, in the background where I have all these different stuff. Oh, y'all see my Freddy stuffed animal up there? I have a Freddy Krueger stuffed animal up there. Yes, but cabin fever is more twisted than it is scary. A flesh-eating disease. Can you imagine that? Oh, freaking, I love it. Next, I'm trying to go a little bit faster, even though I'm not trying to, like, spoil it, but I'm just trying, I don't want to get 30 minutes into it, but who cares, you know? This is what this is about. It's Halloween. Next is Natural Born Killers. Okay, this is your modern Bonnie and Clyde movie. Okay, if you're into the Bonnie and Clyde deal, this right here, Mallory and Nicky Knox, you need to watch this movie. These two are killers, okay, and they play 9 Inch Nails in the movie. Definitely one of my favorites. Love Natural Born Killers. If you ain't seen it, you sleeping, baby. That was number 8. Number 9, which, did I grab it? I don't think I grabbed it. Number 9 is the original Amityville Horror. Okay, I know a lot of y'all have probably seen the newer Amityville Horror, but no, I like the original Amityville Horror, just like the original Evil Dead. That 80s look to it makes it even scarier to me, because I was born in 1990. Amityville Horror, it was based on a true story of a haunted house, a house that was actually built on an Indian burial ground, and there is souls and evil spirits that are trapped underneath that house, and apparently they get into your head and make you go crazy and kill your whole family. Yeah. If you've never seen the original Amityville Horror, I highly recommend it. Next, these movies are messed up. Number 10 is Wrong Turn. If you have never seen the original Wrong Turn, these are more hill people, except these don't live out in the desert. They live out in the country, out in them sticks, out in them Appalachian mountains. You turn the wrong way, and guess what you run into? A bunch of incest, deformed, crazy killers, okay? This is the 3-pack. It's got Wrong Turn 1, Wrong Turn 2, Wrong Turn 3. Love all 3 of them. Love Wrong Turn. Twisted, gory, incest. If you're triggered by any of that, you don't want to watch it. But if you like twisted stuff like I do, you want to watch them. Alright, 11. Did I grab it? I did not grab it. So 11 is definitely this movie. Oh my gosh, shit's falling everywhere, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hurry up, but this is so much fun to me. I love sharing this with y'all, sharing my favorite horror movies. This is just awesome to me. This movie is more, you know, thriller than it is scary, but it makes you think, and it will freak you out if you think about it. This is the movie Signs with Mel Gibson in it, okay? It's about aliens, okay? And the way that this movie folds out is trippy, okay? If you're triggered by aliens or UFOs or anything, like, I'm not talking about no cartoon aliens. I'm not talking about no fictitious aliens. I'm talking about this movie will make you think. There's certain scenes and stuff that happens in the movies that make you think, are aliens really real? Mel Gibson is one hell of an actor in this movie, and I absolutely recommend it. It's more thriller and suspense than it is horror. I love it. It's just one of my favorites. I love it so freaking much. Next, this is not the one that is my favorite. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface, is probably, now that's scary. If you're triggered by Leatherface, fun fact for the ones who didn't know, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface, was actually inspired by the real American serial killer named Ed Gein. Ed Gein was an old man who used to kill women and skin them alive, make belts out of nipples, make bowls out of skulls, make dresses out of skin. Like, he was one twisted son of a bitch. And that's where Leatherface and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was inspired from. So this is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, unrated. And let me tell y'all, this is a twisted movie too. Leatherface is scary. I'm going to get him tattooed on my leg. I'm just letting y'all know. Leatherface is scary. And I love it. I mean, imagine that dude with a skin, somebody else's skin on his face with a big chainsaw and an apron running you down. No. Nope. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre. All the movies. I love all Leatherface, period. Number 13. Now, I don't have the movie to show y'all the case, but some of you have probably never even heard of this. But the movie 1408 with Samuel L. Jackson and, I forget the other dude's name, about a haunted hotel room. Oh, scary. And I mean scary. The songs that they play some of they play the Carpenters, like the Carpenters, It's Only Just Begun. That's like 70s music for the ones who are too young to know. But that's like ever since I've watched the movie 1408, the Carpenters' It's Only Just Begun haunts me every time I hear it. If you've never seen 1408, check it out, I'm telling you. It is scary. It'll make you think. It messes with your mind. It's psychological thriller and scary at the same time. I love it. I love it so much. 14 is the original Carrie. I was watching it on TV the other night. I like the new Carrie and Carrie's Revenge. I like them too. But the original Carrie, man, don't nothing beat it, you know. You pick on this high school girl. See, I used to beat up bullies in high school. Where am I at? 26 minutes. Hurry up. I used to beat up bullies in high school. You make fun of somebody, you're going to get your ass beat. I mean, honestly, I cannot stand it when somebody picks on somebody because they're less fortunate. So, Carrie would be one of those characters, like if she went to my school, I would be taken up for her. Because I do not tolerate making fun of people or, you know, picking on the nerds or nothing like that. And the reason why I love Carrie so much is because she gets her revenge in the end. And I love it. I love when she wreaks havoc. After that pig's blood gets poured on her, she wreaks havoc. She gets her revenge and I freaking love it. So, yeah, number 14. And then last but not least, number 15 is the original Saw. I Want to Play a Game. That little clown rolling on the tricycle, Jigsaw, the original Saw. Now, there's like 6 or 7 Saws out, but I'm not, nothing compares to the original Saw. I know y'all can agree with me, and I know a lot of y'all have seen the original Saw. I freaking love the original Saw. It is so twisted. I mean, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it, but you would never think. In the end, that's why I love it so much. I love how it messes with your mind. It's a psychological thriller, and I love movies like that. So that was my top 15 favorite horror movies, which there's kind of more I put in there, but I was just kind of giving y'all an idea. Those are my top 15 favorites. Now, I do have a couple of movies down here that I will suggest that didn't make the list because of certain scenes that trigger me. First would be The Last House on the Left. If you've never seen Last House on the Left, it is a very good suspense thriller, but there is a rape scene in that movie that's almost 9 minutes long. I own it, and it's not in my stack over here, as y'all can tell. I'm triggered by that 9-minute rape scene. There's no sense in creating a movie with a 9-minute rape scene in it. I'm sorry. It ruined the whole movie for me. It ruined it. Insidious. That was hard to not put that on my list. If you've never seen the original Insidious, that is one scary-ass new age movie, y'all. Me and Michael loved it. Love Insidious. Have any of y'all seen Insidious? I literally jumped. I loved it. The Exorcist, the original Exorcist. I love that. You can't beat that. I love it. I mean, it's twisted. It's dark. She gets possessed by a demon, and it's believable. The movie makes you think. Plus, it's like older. You know, it's that classic horror that's just got that gripping appearance to it that just makes you want to, I just love it so much. Sinister is a crazy one. Love it. Love Sinister. That's a new age good one. The Crazies is a good one. The Descent is a very good one. These chicks go out and go down in caves and crawling and shit, and they find some things in there they don't want to find. Hostel is one up movie too. I'm gonna tell you, Americans going over there and Europeans paying big money to torture and kill Americans for big amounts of money. Man, it's messed up. 31, which is by Rob Zombie. Check it out. It's killer clowns. Lords of Salem is by Rob Zombie, and Sherry Moon Zombie is the main character in it. And the last one, it's not a scary movie, but it's another one of my favorite modern Bonnie and Clydes. This is a newer Bonnie and Clyde. If you've never seen Jimmy and Judy, let me tell you, it is a indie brand. It's an indie movie company, and it's a Sundance Channel movie. Watch Jimmy and Judy. I'm just saying, just watch it. So that's going to be my favorite horror movies on Halloween, October 31st, 2017. I really hope y'all enjoyed it, sitting here and chit-chatting with me. Leave me in the comments below if you like any of these movies, what you don't. If you want to make a top 10 or 15 horror movies, let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. And I will see y'all in my next video, and I hope y'all have a happy and safe Halloween. I love you all. Bye.